Okay, so let me just move this right quick, just so it doesn't look tacky. Okay, so I stated previously that we're going to be doing um, a reading on Sagittarius. So, with us reading, we are for sure going to get really, really, really in depth with it. So, let me get started here. A lot of people think, when you're dealing with signs, it's just birth signs. And it is true. A lot of it does have to do with you being born and stuff. But back to the Capricorn. Okay, so the Capricorn symbol is a goat. And to how you know that you're a Capricorn is if you're born between December 22nd and January 19th. So if you start on them dates at the end of the day and anywhere between it, you are a Capricorn. The element is earth. So you are an earth sign. And your planet is Saturn. Saturn. I hate to tell you, but it's Saturn. And of course, your zodiac quality is a cardinal, and your birthstone is a lot of people call it different kinds or whatever, but it could be this term you might not really recognize, but lapis lazuli. So you might need I'll comment below so you can get a little bit more in depth. Sorry, my dog's wanting my attention. But if you're born under the sign of Capricorn, which is the 10th zodiac sequence, so you're the 10th. Keep that in mind too, because that is very pivotal. Ruled by the element of earth, you're one of the most down to earth of the star signs. I guess hence your element being earth. So this meaning, have your feet firm, planted on the ground, and that you tend to be cautious in everything you do is pretty much it's explained narrowly. But Saturn, your ruling planet, makes you very self-contained and even can make you solitary. So don't go blaming because people don't like you or whatever it is. Don't go blaming yourself because it's not you. It is where you rule. That is your nature. It's not you, it's not someone else. It is strictly you. And another thing too is that few people are regarded as practical ambitious as a Capricorn as well. So you might not be the first person, well, let's go da this, but you are the person, if you agree to it, you will do it. So with you being the 10th sign and an earthy element, which makes you precisely down to earth, get it? A matter of fact type of person. Caution is your second name. Everything you do is caution. And that is simply due to your Saturn of ruling the planet. Your planet being Saturn is the reason why you are cautious. And sometimes you're shy and lack self-confidence and self-esteem. It's not the way you look again. You are not ugly. It's none of that. It is simply because of your Saturn, which is your ruling planet. Has nothing to do with the way you look or any of that. And for my advice for that is avoid self-criticism and you'll be a happier person. Don't self-criticize you because it will bring you down. Nobody can bring yourself down worse than yourself. Others do not see you as being, yeah, enthusiastic, but when they get to know you, they know you have a side to you which is humorous and affectionate. Now, you like to work quietly and effectively without creating too much bother or tension. You don't like it. You do not like attention on yourself, being a Capricorn, which is fine. There ain't nothing wrong with that. So you're emotionally cool. So you don't warm to people that easily until you get to know them. You're not a go getter people person. You're suspicious of people. You want to know what their agenda is when they go to meet you. So, suspicion is one of the main traits of a Capricorn. And when you meet people for the first time, it's your way of displaying maturity, not jumping the gun and going and understand. And you actually get to understand what they're talking about. You don't just assume, which honestly is a good trait to have, you know. It ain't it ain't bad to fully understand someone before you totally believe them. Which gets to the next part, that you are a big thinker. Even if you work methodically and practically by taking your time, but you will achieve what you set out to do. That is a trait as well. And you never like, you don't, when it comes to work, you don't like the airy fairy concepts and only work ideas which vouchsafe your financial and material security in the future. That's the only way you'll work, is if it if it's enough for you, it's enough for them, pretty much. You're not wasting your time. You are frugal, and that's not bad either, because it's resourceful and hardworking, committed. Your your most commitment is to your primary idea in life, and and which is why I said earlier you are likely to be successful, because you will put whatever you put your mind to, you will succeed. Now, all Capricorns are supported in life, though. You learn from an early age how to be self-sufficient and make it alone, and how to achieve your ambition just by yourself. Your primary philosophy is that basically self-sufficiency is a strength. So you do not like to ask others to help. Like, the more you do on your own, the better it will be for you. And that also has a basis in the fact that you like to take full note for what you achieve as well. You love that credit. When someone hypes you up about something you have achieved, you will soak all that in. And that's fine. That's just your personality. But whenever you expect the worst but hope for the best, and that's what a lot of Capricorn's motto is. So they're very realistic and do not expect things to happen without hard work on their part, which is good. Basically, they know they're going to have to work in order to have things. People admire the way they work because they're motivated by their ambitions. And they like their work to be perfect, and they do it the way it's supposed to be done. and you can rely on them and not worry if they're going to cut corners in order to achieve the goal they're set out to do. As far as their lifestyle, their horoscope reveals that they're very traditional lifestyle because they like things in their place and they like to feel in control. But because of that, they're not always the most exciting person to be around. But they are extremely loyal and would never let anyone down when you give them your word. It does not seem to bother them that others see them as a little less adventurous because of that. Capricorns is living life on their own terms rather than compromising. And sometimes others make the mistake of thinking that they're a elitist. They got they got they got the sense Capricorns are looking down on them, but they're not. They're not, because they're actually a genuine person with both money, time, worthy. They're generous. And due to that, due to their character and easygoing and meticulous mind, they're a wonderful judge of character and can easily see through a lot of bullcrap, pretty much. They're aware of the consequences in the partnership, both business and personal, and they're absolutely committed to your word. So if you break a word with them, that's all it takes, because that's all they're mainly set to go. And if others get to know them, they will understand that they are trustworthy, dependent, punctual individuals. They can always be counted on to fulfill anybody's needs, and they help them in occasions. In money, the Capricorns are extreme hard to deal with, and sometimes seen as being very overly materialistic, although that's because they do drive a hard bargain in integrity, and that's what steers their course in life. So they have an incredible capacity to understand the blows of life, and even if the times get tough, their resilience and their dedications are there no matter how hard it gets. Their independence, financial security, and overall happiness in life are likely to occur later. They enjoy rewarding themselves for a job well done once they feel perfectly secure in their own life. And they'll have an all-inclusive attitude, like buying gifts and also measuring the success through what they have done. They they expect people to be trustworthy as themselves, and Capricorns accept the responsibility to do with the full commitment that their partner does. And they also demand the same level as integrity. So they basically, and it's both at workplace and home. So they just expect you to be like them at the end of the day. But this leads back, as a Capricorn, you are sure to scale the heights of success in life due to the keen focus, discipline, and concentration on the job that their ruling planet Saturn ensures a great deal of success, power, and happiness for this to happen. Their totem is the goat, which shows firstly just how rocky their life it can be, but also how able they are to scale the heights of any mountain. Capricorn stands for courage and achievement after a long and tedious effort. So that's basically, a big deal of the Capricorns. So the Capricorns' personality and influence. So their key life phrase is I economize. So they basically do things the best way there is. Instead of doing A, B, C to get to D, they do A, B, and they're already to D. So their zodiac totem, like I have said, is the goat. Their symbol is the goat. They're the 10th side of the zodiac, the movable, barren, feminine, dry. Their zodiac element, like I said, is earth. That's why they are down to earth. Their characteristics is determination, stable, traditional, trustworthy, solemn, matter-of-factness. They're compatible star signs. This is what most people love to hear is Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces. And the mismatch signs is none other than your own Aries, Gemini, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. Their ruling planet is Saturn. Their love planets is Venus and the Moon. Oh, I love their love planets. I love that. Their financial plan or finance planet is Saturn and Uranus. I always pick on the ones who have Uranus. Their speculation planet is Venus. Their career planets is Venus and Mercury, as well as their spiritual and karmic planets are Venus and Mercury as well. Their friendship planet is Mars and Pluto, and their destiny planet is Venus. And there are certain supposedly lucky numbers and significant years. I won't tell you all that because that's basically just numbers. But and I always found this very interesting because they gave us a lucky fragrance. So, and Capricorn's lucky fragrance is cinnamon, lime, spearmint, and peppermint, which is so odd, I feel. Which goes to their lucky days, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So I feel like that is really, really cool. But a Capricorn is the cardinal earth sign of the zodiac. It can be likened to the oldest and most valuable tree in the forest. You are sure-footed and thoroughly practical, and in the end, the Capricorn goat always reaches the heights, beating others who are faster but less determined. They're the 10th sign element, earthy element. They're Saturn ruling planets, self-confidence, self-esteem. Your planet is where you get all that from. So there's a lot to learn when it comes to your different economical strengths and your, just overall astrology. It can be very, very, very different when it comes to that type of stuff. So next, I really, really want to get into my tarot reading. It is a very, very good reading, and I really, really like it. So we're going to start a tarot reading. So this is going to be, I guess, what most people want to get down or whatever. So that way it can be done pretty much. So we're going to get it down. So that way, I've been doing tarot readings for a while, so I pretty much know what to do. Okay. So we're going to start off with the first card. And there's different cards mean different things. It just all depends on the order that they come in and just the overall connection they have. And you can do tarot readings. A lot of people are like, they worship the devil or so on, but that is so not the case, because I've known people to sit there and act like it's worshiping the devil and all kinds of crazy things that are not true. I have never worshiped the devil and don't care to. I just don't understand why people interact the type of I call it the type of intelligence, because this has to be intelligence. It just has to be. And some people might not understand that, because they're old school. That's what I call them. They're old school, which is okay. I grew up with old school before, so I'm pretty familiar with the old school slang of them not accepting what we understand that is today. So you might catch older people that just don't understand and that think it's blasphemy and just it's worse. I'm sitting here worshiping the devil and creating different things for the devil and trying to get other people involved in the devil, which is not the case. But you can't never not say that. So what I got in so what we're going to be doing mainly is we're going to do a actual astrology reading, because there's different readings, and I'm going to get into that later on in the discussions that I'm having. But there's a lot to do when it comes to different tarot readings, what each tarot reading means. Just it just has a lot to do with everything that the so-called Christians don't know that it matters about. So, with that being said, I am going to go ahead and get this tarot reading read, and I'm going to start with it. Me personally, I'm going to do the tarot reading because that's exactly what we're doing, even though, like I said, there's different readings for different things, but this one I feel like is the most appropriate for what we're doing. So the first one that goes with the Capricorn, of course, is justice. So this is the number one that goes with the Capricorn, and it's their overall self. So this card represents the fulfillment of justice and balance. So that's pretty cool to know that kind of goes with interlocked with their selves. And then the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands reversed. So basically it's reversed is new ventures may prove unfruitful. Adversity may be experienced in all or any areas. So it's this, but there's you have to turn it upside down because it is reversed. That's just how the reading is reading. It's just, that's just how they are. So now we got the Three of Wands, and this one is reversed as well. And be wary of offers of assistance. So this month, Sagittarius, be wary of offers of assistance. Underheadedness and failure is possible. And like we read earlier, that y'all always succeed. So if you follow that assistance or help, you will not achieve what you're aiming to achieve. So with an ace of cups, love and happiness may be false. Instability and infertility are possibilities. So this is the card of Cancer. It's the matters of home, parents, and child. Oh, sorry. It's the possibilities. Oh, okay. Is the eights of clubs, the card of Cancer. This is the card of Gemini. This is the card of Cancer. It's interest in the material world and success emerges or returns. Happiness and love are possible. So going with the Cancer card in this. So that's a little different too. And then the Knight of Cups is scrutiny, all vengeance, and deals carefully. Lies, laziness, and underheadedness are possible. And this for Virgo. So, with that being said, that is the pretty much the gist of it. And because the tarot reading did not pull this card, I am pulling you a card that is for you. Now it says Sagittarius. I definitely meant Capricorn. I didn't mean that. There is it might be, but anyways. So okay, so let me find it. Shouldn't be far in here. I just have to. Oh, sorry, my dog. Go lay down. Okay. It is the Four of Pentacles. That is your sign. That is your tarot card for your sign. It's financial gain, success, worldly power seem to sure but lack any higher meaning. And it is 4. So that is your card reading. So I would like to do more. I'm going to do all of them. It's interesting what they do know. So please comment and like and let me know if you enjoyed it. And hit the like and subscribe button as well. Thank you.